The college football world thought Travis Hunter was untouchable, star player, fan favorite, the face of Colorado's hype machine. But now, he's at the center of a messy relationship scandal that has the internet working overtime. And trust me, it just got even uglier. It started with whispers, screenshots being passed around late at night, cryptic tweets from burner accounts, and vague comments under Travis's posts. At first, fans brushed it off as trolling. But then the so-called receipts dropped. A handful of leaked messages, allegedly from Travis himself, started circulating on Twitter and TikTok. And the content? Let's just say the tone was way more personal than professional. One message read, "She can't find out about this." Another, "We gotta keep it between us." Just like that. What looked like a silly rumor turned into a full-blown scandal. Hashtags like #TravisHunterDrama and #relationship leak started trending within hours. TikTok detectives immediately got to work, dissecting fonts, timestamps, and even the grammar in the screenshots. Some swore it was real. Others claimed it was photoshopped. But either way, the vibes were off. And fans know when something feels off. The story's not dying anytime soon. And the craziest part, Travis himself hasn't denied a thing. No tweets, no press statement, not even a subtle IG story. Just silence. And that silence is what has everyone convinced the leaks might actually be real. But here's the kicker. It's not just the leaked messages that have people talking. It's what happened after the deletes, the unfollows, and the shade being thrown from all sides. Because this scandal, it's not just about Travis. It's about the circle around him. And it's about to explode. Travis Hunter isn't just any college athlete. He's the face of a movement. Since the day he shocked the sports world by committing to Jackson State to play under DeIan coach Prime Sanders, his name's been bigger than the game. When he transferred to Colorado and became the dual-threat superstar, locking down receivers on defense and embarrassing corners on offense, the hype turned into legend. Fans weren't just watching him play, they were watching history unfold. But to most people, Travis had it all: generational talent, the charisma to carry a program, and the loyalty to stick with Coach Prime through the noise. On Instagram, he came off as humble but confident, flashing just enough personality to keep fans engaged. He posted his grind, his highlights, and his circle. And his circle always looked locked tight: close friends, family, teammates, and a steady relationship that had people calling him one of the good guys in a sport where scandals pop up like clockwork. But the higher the pedestal, the easier it is for cracks to show. And with Travis, the whispers started subtle: a comment here, a vague subtweet there. Some fans pointed out how he and his girl stopped posting each other as much. Others noticed a couple of cryptic IG stories about trust and fake love. Nobody paid too much attention at first. After all, athletes deal with random drama all the time. But when your brand is built on being untouchable, even small rumors start looking like red flags. Then came the turning point: late-night Twitter activity. Out of nowhere, a few burner accounts started dropping hints about Travis being caught up. At first it was just messy captions like "she don't know the half" or "wait till the screenshots drop." Fans laughed it off, calling it clout chasing. But anyone who follows internet scandals knows where there's smoke, the fire usually isn't far behind. The smoke turned to fire when blurry screenshots surfaced. Alleged DMs between Travis and someone outside his relationship. The texts weren't long, but they were messy. "We gotta keep it low-key, don't let her find out." Whether real or fake, they instantly flipped the narrative. Suddenly, Travis wasn't just the golden boy of college football. He was the headline of a relationship scandal. And here's the kicker: fans were already primed to believe it. Because just weeks earlier, Travis had been quiet online, way quieter than usual. His girl had gone private on IG. A couple teammates had dropped cryptic loyalty captions. All little things, but once the leaks hit, the internet tied them together like puzzle pieces. Now the golden image was cracking. TikTok detectives ran wild. They compared fonts on the DMs, timestamps, even punctuation. Some swore it matched Travis's texting style, pointing out how he always drops periods without spaces. Others argued it was photoshopped, a setup to make him look bad before Colorado's next big game. Either way, the narrative was out of his control. The timing couldn't have been worse. College football fans live for drama, and Travis's name already carried weight beyond sports. ESPN mentioned the leak without going deep. Gossip blogs ran with it like it was gospel. And Twitter. They had jokes for days. Memes of Travis locking down wide receivers on the field while getting cooked off it trended within hours. But the fans who know? They felt the energy shift. Because scandals like this don't usually start from thin air. Someone close has to leak. Someone close has to benefit. And when people noticed a few of Travis's circle deleting old pics and scrubbing comments, the theory went from random rumor to this is deeper than it looks. That's the scariest part of a scandal like this. It's not always the leak itself that does the damage. It's the way people around you move after deletes and follows, cryptic posts, silence, and Travis's camp. They were moving different. For weeks, he stayed silent. No clap back. No explanation. No denial. And in this age of receipts and callouts, silence feels like confirmation. The internet kept piling on, saying, if it's fake, why not just say so? His girl didn't post him. His friends didn't defend him. Everybody stayed quiet, and that quiet turned into suspicion. That's the backdrop before Travis finally found himself at the center of a full-blown scandal. A golden boy turned messy headline, a tight circle showing cracks, and fans hungry for the truth. And now, with leaked messages spreading like wildfire and his silence looking louder than any statement, the world is asking one question. Is Travis Hunter just another athlete caught in scandal? Or is there something bigger going on behind the scenes? Because if you think the screenshots were wild, wait until you see what happened after. The first time those screenshots hit Twitter, people thought it was just another troll with too much time on their hands. Blurry iMessage caps, cropped names, a couple vague lines like she can't find out about this and we gotta keep it between us. The kind of thing you'd usually scroll past without thinking twice. But the difference this time? The captions tied them directly to Travis Hunter. That's all the internet needed. That's all the internet needed. Within minutes, fan pages and burner accounts were reposting. The screenshots spread from a random midnight tweet to full-blown trending topic in under an hour. By morning, the hashtag Travis Hunter drama was on thousands of timelines. Nobody cared if the screenshots were crystal clear or not. They just cared that the vibe felt messy. Twitter detectives wasted no time. People zoomed in on the font spacing, claiming it was a perfect match to iOS dark mode. One fan swore the way the bubble indentation looked was exactly how Travis texts. Others said the punctuation gave it away, pointing out how he never puts double spaces after a period. A whole army of amateur forensic analysts turned a couple of vague lines into what looked like undeniable proof. TikTok poured gasoline on the fire. Creators threw up side-by-sides Travis's past tweets about loyalty layered over the leaked lines. One viral edit slowed down clips of him on the sidelines, zooming in on his face looking distant, with captions like he already carrying secrets. That video alone pulled millions of views overnight. Another creator analyzed the timestamps in the screenshots, pointing out how they lined up with nights when Travis was seen online gaming on Twitch. The theory: he wasn't just playing, he was double tasking, sliding into DMs. Reddit, of course, became the war room. Entire threads popped up with titles like breaking down Travis Hunter's leaked messages, real or fake. Hundreds of comments poured in. Some fans were dead serious, pulling receipts of who had unfollowed who in the last 48 hours. Others were just there for the jokes, making memes of Travis locking down wide receivers on defense while getting burned off the field. But underneath the jokes, you could feel it. People wanted this to be real. They wanted the scandal. And when people want something to be real, silence is as good as confirmation. That's exactly why Travis's lack of response only made the story explode further. No denial, no clarification, no clap back. Just radio silence. Every hour that went by without him addressing it became another reason for fans to believe the screenshots weren't fake. Tweets like, "If it ain't him, why he's so quiet?" racked up thousands of likes. Others said, "This is the Golden Boy's first scandal and he don't know how to handle it." Then the cover-up energy started showing. People noticed old comments on Travis's photos disappearing. A few posts that used to be flooded with heart emojis from someone in his circle. Scrub it clean. Fans screenshotted everything, posting side-by-sides with captions like, "Look how fast they trying to erase the receipts." One of his close friends set their account to private. Another unfollowed his girl. That was all it took. Now the theory wasn't just about Travis, it was about a whole triangle, maybe even more. Fans started drawing lines like it was a conspiracy board, connecting who was in his Twitch chat that night, who liked shady tweets, who deleted what, and then came the memes. Drake Kiki, "Do you love me?" Memes with Travis's face photoshopped in. J. Colas 1 edits. Even Coach Prime memes popped up, with captions like Deion Sanders right now watching Travis fumble off the field. What started as a messy leak had officially crossed over into pop culture joke territory. But the thing about jokes, they spread the story faster than anything else. People who didn't even follow college football were now tweeting about Travis Hunter's relationship scandal, the receipts, the silence, the unfollows. It all snowballed into one of the wildest viral cycles of the year. And the blogs smelled blood. Gossip pages that usually stick to rappers and reality stars were suddenly covering Travis like he was a Kardashian. Headlines like college football's golden boy caught in messy love drama and leaked images put Travis Hunter in the hot seat started circulating. No Jumper reposted the screenshots with a cryptic caption. Travis Hunter trending for all the wrong reasons. Say Cheese TV dropped a side-by-side of the leaked messages next to Travis's old IG caption about trust. Fans ate it up. The wildest part. Some people swore they recognized the other person in the messages. That's when things got nuclear. Theories flew that it wasn't just some random, it was someone close to Travis's circle, maybe even connected to the team. Nothing was confirmed, but fans didn't care. They built entire narratives around the idea of betrayal from inside. Burner accounts added fuel, claiming to have the full conversation. One even teased an audio clip, but never dropped it, vanishing after posting a cryptic, "Y'all not ready for the truth yet." That alone sparked Reddit threads with hundreds of comments debating whether more leaks were coming. Through it all, Travis stayed silent. And that silence was the loudest noise of all. Every deleted comment, every unfollow, every shady burner tweet looked like confirmation. The internet had already decided he was guilty. They were just waiting for the next shoe to drop. By the end of the week, it wasn't even about the screenshots anymore. It was about the fallout. Fans didn't care if the receipts were 100% real. They cared that the vibes felt real. The deletes, the unfollows, the silence, those were all the receipts they needed. And the scariest part, this didn't feel like the end. It felt like the opening act. Fans started tweeting, "If this is just the leak, imagine what's next." TikTok detectives promised they had more evidence coming soon. Even the blogs hinted that the real story hadn't dropped yet. Because when the internet smells betrayal, it doesn't stop at one screenshot. It digs until it finds blood. And with Travis Hunter, the Golden Boy turned scandal headline, the blood trail had only just started. If the leaks lit the match, the deletes were the gasoline. Because the internet has one golden rule. The second you start cleaning things up, you look guilty. And Travis Hunter's circle? They were scrubbing so hard it made the story 10 times messier. It started small. Fans noticed that comments under Travis's old posts began disappearing. Pictures that used to be filled with heart emojis, fire emojis, and little inside jokes from certain accounts were suddenly blank. Within hours, Reddit threads popped up with side-by-side comparisons, showing what was there before and what got wiped. One user wrote, "If nothing happened, why erase it? Y'all just confirmed it for us." That comment alone had thousands of upvotes. Then came the unfollows. One of Travis's close friends, who had been tagging him in posts for months, quietly unfollowed him on Instagram. A teammate unfollowed his girlfriend. Another person in his orbit made their account private. Those tiny actions hit harder than the leaked screenshots themselves. Twitter detectives turned every move into evidence, tweeting things like, "They moving funny, bro." The cover-up always worse than the crime. Fans made charts tracking who followed who, like it was a reality show elimination board. And just like that, what started as Travis maybe sliding into DMs turned into a full-blown betrayal saga. With the internet convinced his whole circle was crumbling, burner accounts fueled it even more. One anonymous page posted, "Y'all ain't seen nothing yet. Real receipts dropping soon." The account vanished within hours, but not before racking up thousands of likes. Another burner swore they had screenshots proving the other person involved wasn't just random, but someone directly tied to Travis's inner circle. That tweet alone sent Reddit into chaos, with fans writing, "No wonder everybody deleting stuff, this about to get uglier." And while all this was happening, Travis himself stayed quiet. No denial, no defense, not even a fake news IG story. Just silence. Fans twisted that silence into confirmation, saying, if this was fake, he would have shut it down in one tweet. Others claimed his silence meant he was letting his camp do the cleanup while he stayed out of the crossfire. Either way, it made him look guilty. Even if the leaks weren't real, the locker room vibes started getting dragged into the storm too. Clips from practice surfaced showing teammates not dapping him up, sitting on opposite sides during downtime. Fans slowed those clips down like Zapruder footage, adding captions like, "Y'all see the energy." They know whether the clips were normal or not didn't matter. The internet had already decided. The team was split. The biggest shock came when one of Travis's longtime friends wiped their entire Instagram clean. Hundreds of posts gone overnight. No explanation, no goodbye, just a blank page. Fans treated it like a confession. Screenshots of the empty page went viral with captions like, "Deleting everything is basically an admission of guilt." That single move turned the whispers into screams, with people convinced the love triangle wasn't just rumor, it was reality. Even Travis's girlfriend added fuel to the fire without even saying a word. She posted a single black screen on her story with the song Trust Issues playing in the background. That's all it took. Fans flooded TikTok with theories. She knows. She's sending shots. The video racked up millions of views overnight, with people making edits showing her post next to the leaked screenshots. Suddenly, she wasn't just part of Thestery. She was the new main character. She was the new main character. The blogs ate it up. Say Cheese TV reposted her story with the caption, "Travis Hunter's girl speaking louder than he is." No Jumper threw up a side-by-side of Travis's silence and her post, saying, "The plot thickens." Even gossip pages outside the sports world covered it, framing it like a celebrity breakup. And then things got even darker. Fans claimed a teammate liked a tweet that said, "Betrayal always comes from the ones closest." The like disappeared within minutes, but screenshots kept it alive. Whether it was an accident or intentional didn't matter. The internet treated it like the ultimate clue dive by this point. The deletes, the unfollows, the burners, and the cryptic posts were louder than the original screenshots. The story was no longer about whether the leaked messages were real. It was about the way everyone was moving after. And that movement looked shady. Fans created timelines breaking down every suspicious action. Day 1, screenshots leak. Day 2, comments disappear. Day 3, friend goes private. Day 4, girlfriend posts trust issues. Day 5, burner teases new receipts. It looked like a script from a Netflix series, not real life. And that's why it went viral. People love watching a scandal unfold in real time. Even Travis's sponsors couldn't escape the smoke. One of his brand partners quietly removed a photo of him from their official page. Fans noticed instantly and spun it into another narrative, even his sponsors distancing themselves. This bigger than y'all think, the brand never explained. But the internet had already decided it was connected. The chaos reached a peak when another fake leak surfaced. This time, a supposed voice note of Travis talking. The audio was grainy, barely understandable. but it spread like wildfire. Some fans swore it was AI, others swore it was real. Regardless, it added another layer to the circus. Now people weren't just dissecting screenshots, they were breaking down voice notes like detectives. Through it all, Travis stayed silent. No tweets, no stories, no interviews. Just a wall of nothing while his name became the messiest headline in college sports. And that silence, mixed with the chaos around him, made the scandal untouchable. Because if you delete, if you unfollow, if you scrub, the internet will always see it as proof. By the end of the week, the story wasn't about football anymore. It wasn't about Travis's stats, his plays, or even his future. It was about betrayal, secrets, and the way people move when they're caught. The screenshots might have started the fire, but the deleted evidence turned it into an inferno. And the internet, they're still watching. Waiting for the next unfollow, the next cryptic lyric, the next burner to drop receipts. Because this story doesn't feel like it's dying down. It feels like it's building towards something bigger, and fans are ready to catch every single detail when it hits. By the time the deletes and unfollows turn into headlines, the story wasn't just messy anymore, it was personal. Travis Hunter, the golden boy of college football, wasn't trending for his highlight reels or Coach Prime shouting him out. He was trending because his world looked like it was falling apart, and fans were watching it unravel in real time like a soap opera. The emotional fallout started with his girlfriend's moves online. That one cryptic post with trust issues playing in the background wasn't just a random story. It was a message. Fans knew it. Blogs knew it. Even casual sports pages reposted it. Suddenly, she wasn't just the quiet figure in the background. She became the voice of the scandal without saying a single word. TikTok edits blew up overnight. Slow zooms of her face, clips of her and Travis together at games, layered with heartbreak songs. Captions like she stood by him, and this how he repaid her. Flooded the FYP, the narrative was now bigger than did Travis cheat. It had become Travis broke the heart of the girl who always supported him. That shift in framing turned public sympathy against him fast. Fans who used to defend Travis started flipping. His mentions were filled with comments like, "This ain't it, bro, lock down corners on the field, but can't lock down loyalty at home." Even his highlights, which normally rack up 5 emojis, were now filled with clown emojis and L comments. His silence wasn't protecting him anymore. It was dragging him deeper. Meanwhile, his girlfriend doubled down. She didn't name him, didn't speak on the situation directly, but her actions told the whole story. She unfollowed him. She liked a tweet that said, "Betrayal always cuts deepest when it's from the one you trust most." That like alone went viral, hitting every gossip blog with headlines like Travis Hunter's girl subtly calls him out after leaks to the internet. That was confirmation. Fans weren't asking if Travis was guilty anymore. They were asking how bad it really was. The fallout spread into his inner circle. Teammates who had stayed neutral began acting weird too. During a televised game, cameras caught a moment on the sidelines where Travis sat alone while others huddled together. The clip blew up on TikTok with captions like even his own boys not rocking with him anymore. Whether it was true or not didn't matter. The vibe felt real. And in scandals like this, vibes always outweigh facts. Inside the locker room, reports said the tension was thick. Some players allegedly felt Travis's drama was a distraction from the team. Others quietly supported him but didn't want to get dragged online by association. One insider told a blog, "It feels like everybody's walking on eggshells. Nobody wants to pick a side, but everybody knows what's happening." That type of division doesn't just hurt friendships, it hurts chemistry on the field. And fans noticed. When Travis had a quiet game, Twitter blew up with comments like the drama got him distracted. His performance was now directly tied to the scandal in the court of public opinion. The emotional toll showed in other ways too. For someone who loved to share on social media, Travis went completely dark. No posts, no tweets, not even a random story. The guy who used to hype up teammates, share his grind, and engage with fans had gone ghost. That silence had fans speculating he was hiding or broken. Some sympathetic supporters argued he was protecting his mental health, but the majority saw it as avoidance. "If you ain't guilty, why you hiding?" became the narrative that haunted every corner of his name. And his girlfriend, she kept feeding the story. She reposted quotes about real love not hurting you and the truth always comes out. Each one landed like a dagger. Each one turned more fans against Travis. People started commenting under her posts with heart emojis, telling her to stay strong, queen. Meanwhile, Travis's comment sections filled with snake emojis and do better. The split was brutal. Fans took sides, and the internet made it feel like a war. One half dragged Travis nonstop, saying he ruined everything for clout and fumbled the bag off the field. The other half defended him, claiming the leaks were fake, AI generated, or part of a setup to take him down. Hashtags like #TravisSetup and #HunterTruth popped up, but they were drowned out by the much louder #TravisDrama and #TrustIssues trends. The emotional fallout wasn't just online. His family started catching strays too. Relatives who had public accounts got flooded with comments asking about the scandal. One even turned their page private after being spammed with "Tell us the truth about Travis." That's how bad it got. The mess had bled out from Travis's career into his personal life, dragging innocent people along with it. And while all of this was happening, burner accounts kept dropping more receipts. Some posted blurry news screenshots that may or may not have been real. Others claimed Travis's girlfriend had even worse messages she hadn't dropped yet. Fans begged her to release everything, turning her into the hero of the story. The wildest theory was that she was saving the real receipts for the perfect moment, maybe after a big game, maybe during a live interview, maybe when Travis tried to deny it publicly. Whether true or not, the idea alone had fans hooked like a cliffhanger. The emotional damage started hitting Travis's brand too. A sponsorship deal he had hyped up weeks before suddenly went quiet. Fans noticed that the company stopped tagging him in posts. To them, that was more confirmation that the scandal was real. Even the brands distancing themselves. People tweeted, "Travis cooked himself." Tweeted, "Travis cooked himself." But here's the craziest part. Through all of this, Travis still didn't say a word. That silence turned him into a villain in the eyes of fans. Instead of sympathy, he got dragged harder. Memes called him the DP who can't defend his own relationship. Jokes about Coach Prime giving him loyalty drills went viral. Even rival fans used the scandal as ammo, chanting during games and holding up signs referencing the leaks. The emotional fallout had turned Travis from a beloved young star into the internet's latest obsession and scapegoat. His girlfriend became the sympathetic figure, his teammates looked divided, his fans were split, and his silence became his worst enemy. By the end of the week, the narrative had shifted completely. It wasn't about whether the leaks were real. It was about how Travis handled it, or didn't. His silence wasn't strength anymore. It was weakness, avoidance, maybe even guilt. And the emotional fallout left him looking isolated, exposed, and drowning in a scandal that wouldn't let go. But fans weren't satisfied. They didn't just want vibes and theories anymore. They wanted the full truth. They wanted the real receipts. And in their eyes, someone at Travis, his girlfriend, or the mysterious other party was going to crack sooner or later. Because if this was the fallout from silence, imagine what would happen when somebody finally spoke. So let's piece it all together. A couple of blurry screenshots turned into a full-blown firestorm. Deleted comments, unfollows, burner accounts teasing more receipts, and a girlfriend posting cryptic stories. It all spiraled into one of the messiest scandals college football has seen in years. And through it all, Travis Hunter stayed silent. No denials, no explanations, no clapbacks. Just silence while the internet ripped his name apart and turned his private life into a public soap opera. But here's the question that nobody can shake. Was this really a relationship scandal gone wrong? Or is there something bigger happening behind the scenes? Because the deletes, the unfollows, the cryptic posts, they don't feel random. They feel like a cover-up. They feel like the calm before something even uglier drops. Fans are split. Some say Travis is guilty point blank, and the receipts prove it. Others swear this is a setup, that the screenshots are fake, maybe even AI generated. But whether you think he's innocent or guilty, one thing's clear. This drama is far from over. So what do you think really went down? Was Travis Hunter exposed by his own circle? Was his girlfriend sending direct shots at him with those cryptic posts? Or is the internet just running wild with vibes and theories? Drop your thoughts in the comments, smash that like button if you've been following this chaos, and don't forget to subscribe because the next twist, the next leak, the next betrayal in this saga, you already know it's landing right here first.